What's going on, Faded Culture? It's Sergio Barron and we're back again with another tutorial. Today I'm gonna show y'all how I do a mid skin fade with the slick back on top. I hope y'all enjoyed this video and let's get right into it. Okay guys, so to start I'm gonna just kind of wet his hair on top just so that it's easier to comb out of the way so that we can set in our guidelines. And next, to set in my first guideline, I will come in with the clipper lever closed, and that's a 0, and I'm gonna lay down my first guideline starting at this temple peak spot area, and I'm gonna kind of slant it a little as I move towards the back just so that I can contour the shape of his head a little. Take your time with this guideline and set it in as straight and as even as possible, and you don't have to dig it in hard or deep into the scalp, you know, just kind of let the clipper do its work and just set in that soft, clean guideline. And make sure, like I said, it's as straight and even as possible because the rest of the guidelines are gonna run based off of this first initial one. Next, I'm gonna open the lever all the way, and then I'm gonna set in my second guideline coming up about a ½ inch or about a finger in width of length. And I'm gonna just lay down this guideline the same way I laid down the first one, and I'm gonna just make sure it runs parallel to that first guideline. And just so y'all know guys, all these steps will be still left down in the description for y'all in written format in case y'all would like to check them out or just copy them so y'all could take them with y'all in y'all's workspace. I'll also leave links to all the tools and all the products that we use in all our videos down in the description as well. Next, I'm gonna grab the number 1 guard, and when I set it on the clipper, I'm gonna still make sure that lever is open, and I'm gonna set in my next guideline, again coming up about another ½ inch high, and as well as making sure that it runs parallel to the previous guidelines that we set. Also guys, I know y'all always see me using cordless clippers, so one tip I will recommend is that if you do go cordless, make sure y'all have 2 pairs at hand, because so y'all can alternate every haircut, because I feel like they just do work best at 100% charge. And next, I'm gonna grab the number 2 guard and slap it on the clipper, still with that lever open, and I'm gonna set in my next guideline, coming up about another ½ inch high. Be careful not to go up too deep into the top length of his hair. Also guys, throughout the whole process, make sure you're continuously always brushing the hair that you're cutting, just so that you always maintain that clean workspace and you can clearly see your guidelines being laid down. Now that we're done with that, next I'm gonna grab the 3 guards, still with that lever open, and we're not gonna so much set in a guideline, but we're just gonna try to connect the side length to the top as much as possible. So here, since we're already at the point of the curvature or the parietal ridge area of his head, just be careful not to dig into the top of his hair, and just kind of exit with your clipper as you reach that curve, and like I said, just blending the side length to the top length. And after that, as you see, now we're left with our 3 guidelines right here that will need to be blended out. We're gonna start by blending out the uppermost guideline on top, as you see here. And for that, I'm gonna grab the number 1½ clip, and I'm gonna set that lever to that 3rd quarter position, and just kind of using blending motions with my hand, using somewhat more like the corners of the clipper. I'm gonna attack that top guideline a little piece at a time until we get it blended out. And if you feel like you need to open or close the lever a little bit here and there to finish blending out that top guideline, then go ahead and do so. But the lever open to that 3rd quarter position is a great place to start when attacking these guidelines. Some guidelines are always time consuming when it comes to taking them out, so just be patient, take your time, and kind of just finesse the clipper in any angle that you need to achieve getting it blended out as smooth as possible. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the ½ clip, and I'm gonna still leave that lever open on that 3rd quarter position, and I'm gonna start working on that middle guideline that you see here. And again guys, we're using the exact same blending motions with our hand to try and get it faded out. Be sure that you're only blending right there in that exact area where the line is. Try not to chase the guideline higher and higher, trying to keep blending it all out completely, because you will end up taking the fade up too high. And since this clipper guard won't completely take out the middle guideline, you will see a lot of that here. So just like I said, just focus on blending the initial start of this guideline. And since you see that it left behind a little dark area on top, as you see here, next I'm gonna grab the one guard and still leaving that lever on that third quarter position, and I'm gonna start attacking on that on the rest of that guideline that needs blended out, that needs to be blended out. And again guys, if you feel like you need to open or close the lever in some areas here and there to achieve a better blend, then go ahead and do so. But like I said, the lever open on that third quarter position is always a great starting point for me to start taking out these dark areas or these guidelines. So now that the top two guidelines are blended out, I'm gonna focus on taking out the initial guideline. For this, it will need 3 lever positions to take it out. So it would be the lever closed, lever open halfway, and the lever open all the way to completely take out this first guideline. First, I'm gonna start with the clipper lever closed all the way, and I'm gonna only attack the initial start of the guideline as you see here. And I'm gonna do this all around the whole head until we lighten it up as much as possible. And again guys, like with that middle guideline, be careful not to chase the guideline higher and higher, taking the fade up too high with this last step. So just focus on just blending out the bottom part of the start of the guideline. And I know it kind of looks like the clipper with the lever closed kind of just takes it out completely, but in person you'll notice that you'll still need to use that lever halfway and the lever open all the way to finish blending it out as smooth as possible. So next, all I'm gonna do is open the lever to the halfway position, and I'm gonna just attack the dark area right above where we did with the lever closed. Be sure that you're using small strokes only when you're taking out these guidelines, guys. You gotta kind of just think of it as like if you're sculpting the blend into the hair. And we're gonna continue this step same way as before, going all around the head until we reach the opposite side from where we started. And now last for this guideline, I'm gonna open the lever all the way, and again in a detailed manner, just blending out whatever is left of that first initial guideline, working around or working all around the whole head until we reach again the opposite side, and that first guideline is completely taken out. And as you see here, we'll pretty much almost be done with the fade after this step. After this step is done, we'll proceed by doing our touch-up or our detail work, I'd like to say. And it's important to note that our touch-up work will always differ from head to head, since all our heads are different. So all the detail work really is just kind of going around and looking for the inconsistencies in the blend, and or the dark spots, you can say as well, and just kind of determine what clipper or guard you think you will need for that area, and just start blending away all those little dark areas until we achieve the blend as nice and as smooth as possible. So for this one, I felt like I needed the half clip, and I would come in starting with the clipper open to that third quarter, and I would open it and closed it as needed, and like I said, just looking for any little dark areas all around the head until we got it all blended out as nice as possible. And next, start working on the rest of the bottom hair. I'm gonna come in with my trimmers upside down, since this leaves a balder guideline as you see here, and then I'm gonna just flip the clipper into its upright position right after that, just to blend out that little faint line that it leaves right above it. And the reason that I start with it upside down is since that way it does leave a broader guideline. When we come in and take out the bottom or the rest of the hair underneath, it's gonna leave a little faint line as well, and that's gonna serve as another guideline for us, just to show us how high to come up with our electric shavers, and so that we don't shave up too high into the blend, creating any dark lines. So next, like I said, we're gonna start removing the rest of the hair that was left underneath the fade. And as you see here, you can see more so in the backside, that little faint line that I was talking about. And again, that little faint line right there is gonna be our guide to tell us where to stop with our electric shavers. And last, like I said, we're gonna use our electric shaver just to bald out all the bottom hair underneath of that little faint line that was left behind. And be sure that as you're reaching that little faint line, you're kind of releasing pressure on the shaver, just so that you're not creating any little dark lines into the fade. And also, if you do create any little dark lines with the electric shaver, that's okay. You could just come back with the trimmers if needed and just blend it right out. And next, I'm gonna just taper in his sideburns into the beard area, using the exact same technique, or our blending technique, that we used on the fade onto the beard. So just set in your small guidelines and then just blend them right out. Next, moving forward, we're gonna start by dampening up the top of his hair so we can start doing some shear work. And first, I'm gonna part out a profile section down the middle of his head, about a ½ inch to an inch wide. And this is to determine the shape and the length that will be cut out on the top of his hair. And since he likes throwing his hair back or slicking it back sometimes, I'm gonna start from the back and trim away to the front, leaving the front side more longer than the back. And just so y'all know, I'm using a pair of Hanzo shears. I will link them down in the description for y'all to check out. And now to match up the rest of the hair to this middle section, I'm gonna start by working on the right side first, and I'm gonna just pick up a piece of that middle section that we pulled off, and I will create another horizontal section to the side, and I'm gonna just match up the whole right side of his head to that middle section so that we have that even cut throughout the top. And we're gonna do the exact same process on the left side as well. So be sure you kind of pick up a piece of that middle profile section and just match up the rest of the hair to that profile section. And last, I'm gonna just connect the side length to the top of his hair, just pulling out a small section at a time, working my way up from the front all the way down to the back. Make sure that you're sticking out your fingers straight up so that you're not cutting too much into the top length, and you're kind of just cutting out any hair that hangs over off to the sides. And now when you're done, I'm gonna just blow dry everything into the direction that I want it to lay, in this case just back. And then I will add a little bit of texture just to create a little bit of movement on the top. So you see here, I'm just kind of point cutting, creating these little peaks and valleys on the top of his hair, trying not to take off any length. You're just doing this little point cutting throughout the whole top, like I said, just so we have that textured finish and it's not so uniform up on top. Last, I'm gonna just come in with my thinning shears just to blend in the sides a little more smoother onto the top. So just with your comb, scissor over comb technique, you're just gonna blend in with your thinning shears any little dark bulges or ridges that you see throughout the blend. Next, with my trimmer, I'm gonna just set in all my hard lines before I come in and shave them out with my straight razor. Next, I'm gonna throw on my Filoso razor blade onto my straight razor. And then I'll apply some shaving gel throughout all areas that will need shaving. When you're shaving, guys, be sure that you're always pulling with your opposite hand on the skin to create that tension and tighten up the skin so that the blade glides a lot more easier on the skin and results in a smoother shave. If you're a beginner with a straight razor, I do recommend you practice without an actual blade or razor blade on it. Just kind of with a straight razor by itself, just kind of work it on the skin and kind of just get comfortable and confident before actually throwing on a sharp razor blade. And as you see here, guys, we're only shaving on the line that we created with the clipper. We're not shaving any lower onto the beard or pushing your lines any further in than from where you laid them down with the trimmer. Also here, I always reverse shave so that we have a longer lasting shave. Last, I will come in and apply a little bit of a matte clay up on top and just kind of work it backwards into a slick back style. As you see here, I did not use any hard lines on his forehead and I kept it really natural. I just applied my product and just combed it back. But that's pretty much it, guys, for this slick back mid skin fade tutorial. Here's the before video and here's the after. I hope y'all guys really enjoyed this video and were able to learn something from it. If y'all did, please give me a thumbs up and make sure y'all are subscribed to the channel. Also, let me know down in the comments y'all's thoughts about the video or maybe what other content y'all like to see on this channel. Again, guys, thank y'all for watching. This is Faded Culture and my name is Sergio Barron. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.